All right, folks. Thanks for joining us. Welcome. This is Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. We are here this morning, or let me say this afternoon, since it's 3 minutes to 1 p.m. in Monrovia. We are coming to you live from the grounds of the legislature, the home of the first, the home or the seat of the first branch of government. And of course, Spoon TV. We are here to bring you a brief update, a build up to the State of the Nation address. As most of you may be aware, it is a constitutional mandate that the President of the Republic of Liberia will address the nation on the last working Monday in January. And of course, as part of his constitutional duty, the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Boakai, is expected to address the nation today. The State of the Nation address has sparked concerns across the country. Says, in fact, this is going to be the second State of the Nation address presented by President Joseph Boakai. The first time he addressed the country was when he just took over, and not a lot was expected from President Boakai, since in fact that was his first State of the Nation address after being sworn in on the 22nd of January 2024. Coming to 2025, it's been exact 1 year since the president was sworn in. The State of the Nation address is going to be basically the president telling the country where what his achievement has been, what the challenges are for the past 1 year. What did he meet? Where did he meet the country? Where does the different sectors of the country stand? What have been the progress made so far? What are the challenges? What are some of the things that needs to be worked on? And of course, all of those issues are expected to be addressed by the president today. So as they build up to the State of the Nation address, the stage has been set here, and we're doing this broadcast basically to give you an idea of what is it like here on the grounds of the legislature ahead of the SONA. The president is expected to be addressing the country by 4 p.m. today. Now it's 1 p.m. in Monrovia, so we left with about 3 hours to the actual State of the Nation address. What is this? What is the situation like here on the grounds of the Capitol building? What is the protocol like here? What does it require for one to enter on the premises of the legislature? Usually, this activity will be held at the rotunda or in the joint chambers of the legislature, bringing the two houses together. But most of you may be aware the joint chambers was recently brought down in flames. Well, police investigation says it was an arson attack. Investigation is still ongoing, as Liberians are highly anticipating the outcome of the investigation. So due to the situation, the SONA today will not be presented in the joint chambers of the legislature, but a stage has been set on the grounds of the legislature for the presentation or the address of the nation here that is expected to take place, the SONA by President Joseph Boakai. So we want to take you around briefly to show you what it's like, what the protocol is like, and everything in terms of security, and as far as all of the setup and everything here is concerned. So thanks a lot for watching Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Colette. So we're going to take you around to show you what the situation is like here. All right. So thanks a lot for joining us here, folks. Thanks a lot for joining us. Firstly, we want you to give us an update on the audio quality. Kindly let us know what the audio quality is like just before we kickstart this broadcast. Okay, we want you to give us an update. Okay, so I'm getting feedback that the audio quality is very good. So at this point, we're going to take you around. Most of you may be aware that this is the Senate wing of the legislature. This is where the Liberian Senate sits and does her work. At this end, you have some of the senators' offices from here. At the far end up there, that's where you have the joint chambers of the legislature that recently got a fire. And then down here you have the rotunda, and the few offices here at the ground of the legislature. But what is the situation like? As I told you earlier, the stage is being set for the address. The State of the Nation address is not going to be taking place in the joint chambers up there. But what we have here now on the grounds of the legislature is that a beautiful stage has been set for the State of the Nation address. This is where President Boakai is expected to be addressing the nation from at about 4 p.m. today. Well, as you see from this end, the president's annual message 2025. This is part of the setup here for this actual State of the Nation address. That's the podium. The president is going to mount at about 4 p.m. today to address the country. 73 representatives, 30 senators. Well, Senator Prince Johnson is late now, so we say 29 senators, 102 lawmakers representing the 5 million people in Liberia will be addressed on this very stage today. The representatives of those folks will be here, and of course it's going to be a colorful ceremony here. I want to zoom in a little to give you an idea of everything that's going to happen. Now, as most of you may be aware, during the State of the Nation address, the president doesn't sit. Even in the case where the address is being held at the joint chambers, the president walks in at exact 4 p.m. He addresses the nation, and right after that, he walks out. So the president is going to mount this podium here. And what do we have here? Let's take you a little bit on this end. So here you have the cabinet. So this is where you're gonna have ministers, officials of government, members of the cabinet. This is the seat set aside for reserved for cabinet. So all of the ministers, officials of government, members of the cabinet are going to be seated at that end. Now, here you're gonna have the first amongst equals seated right here, the Speaker of the 55th legislature. In this case, Speaker Richard Nagbe-Kun will be seated here. This is a seat here reserved for him. As you see there, Speaker of the House. So that's going to be Speaker Richard Nagbe-Kun seated right there. And then you come on the other end here, you have the judiciary. Of course, we have 3 branches of government in Liberia. The judiciary, headed by the Chief Justice, Siane Yo, and members of the Supreme Court bench are going to be seated here as well. So this is a seat reserved for members of the judiciary who are going to be present here at the SONA today. And on the flip side, you also have seats that are being reserved here as well. You have the secretariat here, a seat reserved here for the secretariat. So this is where the secretariat is going to be seated. But I see another one here. I don't know who this is for or which group specifically, but this is what it's like on the stage. So a beautiful stage has been set up here, and this is where the president is expected to be addressing the nation from. Now, you want to go back a little, folks. Most of you remember on the 22nd of January 2024, this is the exact place where the president addressed the nation from. And at 12 noon, he was soon in this same spot. And it was a very colorful event, one that brought Liberians together from different parts of the world as they gathered here to see President Boakai sworn in. So we're going to see a repeat of what we saw in 2024 when President Joseph Boakai will be addressing the nation. This time, not be sworn in, but he will rather be addressing the nation, giving the state of affairs of the country from this very spot. Now, one event, one of the occurrences at that very inaugural program that became a major point of discussion was the issue of his heat exhaustion. The president, almost fainted on stage, and he had to be attended to immediately. The presentation, his inaugural address, did not end, and all of that. And following the situation, there were concerns as to why, in the first place, the organizers had to get the president to come in the heat for the inauguration. Lots of latches were given to the organizers, the protocol, and all of those people for the way the entire program was being arranged. But what we see here today is that this place is being, you have lots of fans, and aside from just being in the open, you have fans here. I see something more like what? Okay, so I'm going to try to establish what that is. But you have fans here, and contrary to what we saw on the 22nd of January during the inauguration, today the president is not going to be seated. Well, if you go back to 2024, during the inauguration, the president was seated for a very long time. After that, he was sworn in, and then his presentation, at which he was very exhausted. But this time around, it's going to be President Boakai disembarking his vehicle at exact 4 p.m., walking in here, mounting this podium you see right before us, and then he's going to be addressing the nation. So members of the secretariat, you see the folks are already here, the sergeant at arms, and you also have a lot of other setup here as well as part of the engagement. So you have this space is going to be for the media. This is where the media is going to be stationed. As you see, lots of media colleagues have already trooped in, tripods mounted from every angle, cameras mounted from every corners, trying to capture every angle of this entire situation here. We'll take you around. Obviously, you see some things around the place, trying to avoid this whole situation of heat exhaustion and what have you, and everything here. So yeah, so this is part of. Okay, so all right, so so sorry, folks. Yeah, so we'll speak to the director of press at some point, but let me also take you around. As you see here, you have the setup here. This is the chairman on public accounts, House of Representatives. Seat here. The chairman on rules, order, and administration. Seat is reserved here as well. The chairman on ways, means at the House of Representatives. You have the chairman on judiciary, House of Representatives. The chairman on foreign affairs at the House of Representatives, and the chairman on executive. So this entire row is reserved for chairpersons or the House of Representatives. This is where the folks are going to be seated. I want to take you a little bit in here. And you have the chairman on what? Mines, natural resources, and environment, House of Representatives, and all the different chairpersons at the House of Representatives. They're going to be here, and this entire row, as per what the arrangement is going to be for the House of Representatives. So the stage is being set at about 1 p.m., just a little past, let's say 11 minutes past 1 p.m. The stage is already being set for the sauna. So this is for the House of Representatives, and this is for the House of Representatives, and we are going to take you at this end. So what do we have here? Remember earlier we showed you the portion there for the judiciary and the cabinet up there. We have the executive, we have foreign affairs, we have the judiciary, we have ways, means, and finance, we have rules, order, and administration, we have national defense, we have health, and this is all for senators. Now remember, at the previous end there, we show you the lineup, the setup for the House of Representatives. So this end is for the Liberian Senate. So the first row, like we saw at the other end, this first row is for those on the those who are heads of different committees at the Liberian Senate. So they are the ones that are going to be occupying the first row, and so it's basically the leadership of the Liberian Senate is going to be occupying this entire row here. So the Liberian Senate extends to this end, and it ends right here. And right after the Liberian Senate, see that at the back of the folks, the senators will be members of the diplomatic corps, and this entire segment is dedicated to members of the diplomatic corps here. And after that, you're going to see the international organizations as well. This is these are the seats reserved for them. International organizations are going to be present here, or are expected to be here at the State of the Nation address. International organizations extend to this point, and then you have consular corps also from this end. You have deputy ministers. So the deputy ministers are going to be lined up from here as well, this entire corridor for them. You have assistant ministers will be seated here, assistant ministers here as well. Former foreign ministers will be seated here. So there are seats reserved here for former foreign ministers. Now, some of the former foreign ministers are serving in different capacities now. You have the likes of Senator Milton Gbesanga-Finlay, one-time foreign minister, and a whole lot of them. But they are expected to be here as well. So there are seats reserved here for former foreign ministers. But I want to go back a little. And take off from here. Remember, we stopped somewhere around where you have the sitting capacity for the House of Representatives. So the House of Representatives extend to this end, and then the House of Representatives have their own secretariat that are going to take on from here. And then you have HOR spouse. They are going to be here as well. So the lawmakers, their spouses, there are seats reserved here for them. And we have three branches of government. Most of you are aware. I will show you where the judiciary will be seated and all of that, the Chief Justice. But former Chief Justices, there are seats reserved here for former Chief Justices. So you have it from this end as well. A few of them will start to arrive. We will capture the different arrivals, but you have seats reserved here for them as well. So this is just a build up to the Sonar Spoon TV. We want to appreciate all of you for joining us. I'm Nelson Colette, and this is the setup here at the moment. The stage is being set for the President's annual message 2025, the State of the Nation address. Liberians are still trooping in from every angle to witness this very important event. So I also see political parties. So political parties are expected to be here as well. There are seats reserved for them. You have SOEs. There are seats reserved here for the SOEs as well. You have the traditional leaders. All right. So yes, the traditional leaders are expected to be here to witness the State of the Nation address. So This entire corridor is being reserved for the traditional leaders. As you see, a few of them have started to arrive already. So let's see if we can talk to a few of them. Those who will be willing to talk to us. Of course, Spoon TV. Let me get our mic 2 ready so we can see if we can talk to some of our traditional leaders as well, who have already made their way here up Capitol Hill. I want to say thanks for joining us. Hello, sir. Welcome to Spoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. You want to just introduce yourself to our audience?
Well, my name is Monrovia, National Resumption of the National Council of Chiefs of the Republic of Liberia.
Okay. So I see you are here very early. Highly anticipating the State of the Nation address.
Why the chief and elder of the Republic of Liberia mean business in this country? You see the chief coming to the chairman of the National Council of Liberia, the two vice chair, the National Resumption Officer. You have to come and sit with courage to the world and make them understand their program very important to the Liberian people because we want to hear something good from the president, and the president will deliver the message from his office to the world.
Well, I mean, in the interest of the traditional community, what do you expect the president to talk about today?
Well, normally the president is a traditional son and father of this country. He believes in the nation, he believes in the culture, he believes in rule of law in the Republic of Liberia. The president will speak. The president believes in the National Council of Chiefs. It's not only limited, all culture many.
Okay.
The 16 tribes have their own culture that they believe in, that they can listen to the people. When you go into the village, you will see, they tell you stop here, you don't go to the water side, you don't go there. The number that they do their own thing. Not that is bad, because that's their culture. So all of us who are come and to observe, to witness this, the president speak, and the Lord will believe in the president.
Okay.
And we encourage all million Liberia, members of the full estate, opposition political party, the member of the Christian community, the Muslim community, you name it, the business community. We want them to turn up their radio and listen to the president speak.
Okay. Thanks a lot for talking to Spoon TV.
God bless you. Thank you so much.
All right. So, folks, we're still here. So, we want to see if we can talk to the head of the traditional leaders. Let's see. I see he came early. He's seated here. Folks, it's about 1 p.m. The State of the Nation address is 4 p.m. But our traditional leaders are already here. An indication of how time conscious they are. Hello, sir. Welcome to Spoon TV.
Yeah, thank you for welcoming me. I'm Dr. Buildup.
Okay.
The chairman for the Traditional Council in the Republic of Liberia. So we are sitting.
What are your expectations? What do you expect? The president will be addressing the nation today.
Oh, yes. My expectation is to listen.
Okay.
I'm here to listen to him.
Okay. So you expect that the president will say anything about the traditional council in the interest of the council?
I'm sure. I am sure that he will say something.
So you expect the president to say something about the traditional council?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for talking to us. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's talk to our mama here. You know, when you kind of heard that the old man also welcome you, sir, and because the old man not welcome you, not welcome in the kitchen, and the kitchen make everybody man. Welcome, mama. How are you? I'm fine, mama. What's your name? Okay. You want to better introduce yourself to our audience? Okay. 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 I see you are here today at the sauna. You came early. What do you expect?
Well, we just want to hear the latest news and the past news.
Okay.
Everything we are expecting duty from the president.
Okay.
Because everyone are hoping for you. So we are here to listen to you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for talking to us, Mama. All right. So, folks, you heard it. Yes, the traditional leaders are seated. The State of the Nation address, the stage is being set, and of course, everything is being set to have the State of the Nation address delivered. Everything is being done to get the State of the Nation address coming. The stage has been set, and of course, we are going to bring you everything here, the setup, the build-up, and everything to the State of the Nation address. So we're going to take you around to other parts of the place here. We're going to take you around. We're going to take you around and show you some of the preparations that have already been done here. We're also going to speak to some of those who are here early as 1 p.m. Ahead of all of the major arrivals. There are some who have come here as early as 1 p.m. Ahead of the actual presentation. So we're going to take you around. We're also going to go there at the door. Yeah, they're going to turn around. We're also going to take you there at the door, at the entrance or the various entrances to give you an idea of what it's like out there. So folks, thanks for joining us, Spoon TV. Let's see if we can speak to a few of those who are already here. Let's see if we can speak to a few of those who are already here. And then right after that, we're going to go in there at the entrances and give you an idea of what it's like here. So this segment is for Civil Society. I see some of the Civil Society representatives are already here. Let's see if we can talk to them. Let's see if we can make a little adjustment to speak to them. Hello, ma'am. Welcome to Spoon TV.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, I see you are here far ahead of the actual time for the sonar. You firstly want to introduce yourself to our audience.
I'm Orita Dennis, the Executive Director of the ECOWAS Civil Society in Liberia. We came in here because we want to do on time. We want to get the message for this sonar. We want to be able to go back to our constituents and tell our members that this is what happened today. This is the message that the president delivered, his deliberation, and what we expect. The state of the nation, all of the economy, a lot of challenges, and during the first year, so we will be excited to hear about that.
Okay, all right. So, what's the message to Liberians out there across the country?
Well, I want to tell Liberians to bear patience. This is the first year of His Excellency Joseph Boakai, and he just launched last week the arrest agenda regarding the planning of the economy, and I believe that Liberians are going to really enjoy this government. The first beginning of this year will be very challenging. As we go into this new year, it's going to be very fine.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking to Spoon TV.
Thank you so much.
All right, folks. Yes, you have the civil society organizations represented here as well. We're going to go at the entrance now. Let's try to have an idea of what's happening up there as we keep bringing you a build-up to the sonar. Spoon TV. I'm Nelson Collier. Thanks for joining us. Thanks to all of you for joining us as we remain here giving you updates on the activities here. So as you see from this end, all is being set. We are going to of course keep giving you updates. The Inspector General of the Liberia National Police, Colonel Gregory Coleman, is here as well. The Honorable IG is now live on the grounds of the legislature. Honorable IG? Okay, so we're going to manage at some point to speak to the IG. We will manage at some point to speak to him. But yes, in terms of security, there's a huge, in terms of security, there's a huge security presence here. As the stage is being set on the grounds of the legislature, there's a huge security presence here. As most of you may be aware, the grounds of the legislature happens to be right opposite the executive mansion. As I indicated, at some point, all three branches of government are seated right up Capitol Hill here. So directly before us here is the executive mansion. That's the seat of the executive. That's the seat of the executive. On the opposite end, you have the legislature, and at the far end, you have the judiciary. So all three branches of government seated up Capitol Hill. Arrival is ongoing now, and you see officials of government, members of the diplomatic corps, members of the legislature, the members of the judiciary, and all of those civil society organizations, the traditional leaders, and everyone. The arrival is now taking place. Everyone's now making their way in. As I stated earlier, there's a huge security presence here. The Liberia National Police fully represented. Not just the police, but I understand it's more of a joint security operation here today. The police, the fire service, the Liberia Immigration Service, they're all here. Spoon TV, of course, as you see right before us here, a huge banner, billboard containing, capturing the image of the president, and the inscription there says, the president's annual message 2025. What are the criteria for one to form part of today's SONA? You need to firstly have a pass. Whether you're a member of the press, a member of the organizing committee, or whatever, you need to firstly have a pass and all of that. That sets the stage, and this is where we are. But I want to take you to another aspect of the setup, another segment here of everything that is being set up here, and it's a very colorful. It's a very colorful event here on the grounds of the legislature. Let me take you at the far end and show you what it's like. So, folks, you know, we're in the dry season in Liberia, so there are huge fans mounted everywhere along the way for the comfort of some of those coming on here. So you have fans on the side. As you look up there, you have another fan there, and this is being mounted everywhere along the corridor here for the comfort of those coming on the grounds of the legislature. So at this end, I don't know what this is going to be used for, but the setup here appears more like in a dinner form or so. Apparently, after the State of the Nation address, there's gonna be some dinner or after party, boy, or whatever. But this is how the setup is here. It's like here, all happening on the grounds of the legislature. We previously showed to you the stage where members of the judiciary, the legislature, the cabinet, and everyone is expected to be sitting. But on the far end here, you have, of course, a setup here. This should be maybe the after party, after the SONA, after the State of the Nation address, where folks will come to cool off a bit. And it's beautifully decorated, perfectly designed. And I see names of some of the different guests, and I see some labels here. Let me see if I can capture some of what we have here. But thank you. Okay, so As you see from this end, the guys are still decorating, but you see there, SONA 25, indicating State of the Nation Address 2025. Beautiful decoration here up Capitol Hill. A very colorful scene here on the grounds of the legislature as the decoration. I don't know if this beautiful decoration here is done by Liberian interior designer or whatever, but it's a very colorful one here. Okay, you want to talk to us? Okay, so we understand this is done by Liberians, folks, and you can imagine, I mean, about 1,000 of you watching us now, you can see how beautiful this decoration is here. So it's a separate segment from what we showed you earlier up there, the actual stage where the president is expected to be addressing the nation. Probably after the SONA, this is where they're gonna have a dinner or something after the actual State of the Nation address. But I see some labels here. I see leadership. Okay, so this is going to be for the leadership of the Liberian Senate. This is where they're going to be seated, leadership, Senate. And I see something else here. What is it? Leadership of the Senate here as well. And I also see special guests. Okay, so this is for special guests down here. And of course, there's no indication here, there's no inscription here, but this seems more like an executive in here. So this is another decoration, another stage that has been set here for the State of the Nation address. The guys are still working, but even in the midst of the work, a beautiful stage is already being set up. You can already feel, you can already have an understanding of what it's going to be like here on the grounds of the legislature. So the leadership of the House of Representatives. So remember, folks, earlier we showed you we showed you the seats reserved for the Senate's leadership and the House's leadership, the chairmen of different committees, the chair on executive, chair on rules, order, administration, chair on mines, energy, and all of those different. So these people, make up the leadership of both the House of Representatives and that of the Liberian Senate. So when you see Senate's leadership here, for example, right before us here now, you see the House, the HOR leadership. So whether chair on executive, chair on rules, order, and administration, this is where they're going to be seated. What we showed you earlier from the Senate end, the same implies, for senators. So this is what it is like here. House of Representative leadership, HOR leadership here as well. And yes, you see the beautiful decoration all here up Capitol Hill ahead of the State of the Nation address. So aside from what I showed you there, if you went further, you see a whole setup. What used to be just an ordinary space where people would just loiter and just walk around has been designed, has been transformed into a beautiful dinner scene. And as you see here, this is what the ground of the legislature looks like. House of Representatives. Yes, I see House of Representatives all at this end. And then if you move a little bit away, then you have the cabinet. This is where ministers, assistant ministers, members of the cabinet, deputy ministers, and all of those people are going to be seated. And then here you have the first family. The first family is basically the president's family, the sons, daughters, grandsons, and everyone for the presidency, this is where they're going to be seated. And then you have the Senate on the other end. So this is the Senate's wing, as you see here, folks. This entire place is for the Liberian Senate, following the House of Representatives. Now you have the Senate, all at this end. This is how beautiful this place has been decorated. So this is just a build up to the State of the Nation address. The Police Inspector General is already here. There's a huge presence of security as well on grounds here. You have members of the diplomatic corps here, international organizations as well. International organizations here, and of course different okay, so this entire role is for international organizations as the stage is being set here. Also part of the build-up, you have the Liberia National Fire Service. You have the fire truck there as well, so that in case of any emergency, it will be attended to in a very timely manner. You have members, you have the medics here as well. You know, everyone seated. All right, so the time now is about what? Like 22 minutes to 2 p.m. So we're still about 2 hours away from the sauna. But this is what the stage is like here on the grounds of the legislature. This is what it's like. Liberia National Fire Service here at this end. The armed forces of Liberia and others making their way. So the arrival is still ongoing. We want to go at the front there, at one of the entrances, to give you an idea of what it's like in terms of the protocols, and probably capture some of the arrivals, some of those making their way here on the grounds of the Capitol building, on the grounds of the legislature. We are going to move around and give you an idea of what it's like there. So yes, in the midst of all of these designs, these beautiful decorations, is not complete without this. You know, whether it's gonna be a buffet or whatever, this is just part of the setup here, and this is gonna add a special taste, a special flavor to the sauna. That after everything, after all said and done, with respect to the State of the Nation address, then you can have somewhere where you can come and cool off, you know, and yes, just, you know, so this is going to be part of it. But we're still here, and the State of the Nation address, the stage has been set. So any moment from now, you're going to have all of the folks. We'll also take you to the entrances and capture everything there. Everything there. We're gonna have everything coming your way here, folks. I want to say thanks for joining Spoon TV, and thanks for joining Spoon TV. We want to appreciate all of you folks as we remain posted to give you more updates here on all of the happenings with respect to the build-up to the State of the Nation address. This is part of constitutional mandate. As you know, the President of the Republic of Liberia, just a quick recap, is expected to address the nation today as part of his constitutional mandate. The President will present his annual message today, giving status of the economy. He's going to give status of the different sectors where he took the country from as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. He was sworn in on this at this very venue on the 22nd of January. Usually, 2024. Usually, the State of the Nation address will be presented there, where we've zoomed in a little at the joint chambers of the legislature. But folks, as most of you may be aware, based on the situation now with the burning down of the legislature, the joint chambers can no longer cannot be used at the moment for the State of the Nation address. So to still not get a situation where national function or constitutional duty will not go on, there has been a stage set up here on the grounds of the legislature. So not in the joint chambers, but this time around on the grounds of the legislature. And we took you around trying to give you a view of the work that has been done here. Try to give you an idea of the work that has been done here at the grounds of the legislature. We took you up, of course, to the stage where the president is expected to address the nation from. On the flip side here, you have a beautiful setup for the dinner or whatever after the State of the Nation address. You have a stage set up here for the dinner. And of course, this will be after the actual State of the Nation address. They are seized there for members of the diplomatic corps, international organizations, members of the cabinet, the House of Representatives, the leadership, the Senate's leadership, and of course you have an entire lineup there for all of the folks from that end. And of course we were also able to show you where the traditional leaders are expected to be seated, where they're reserved. We spoke to a few of the traditional leaders, and they were able to say to us what their expectations are, that they are here for the Sonan, despite being very early. We spoke to them at about 1:15, and they said to us that, yes, 1 second. They said to us that they are here to listen to what the president will have to say, and following that address from the president, they will, but they call on the citizens to remain calm, to remain peaceful, despite the many disagreements that people already have, that the government is still new. So they should remain peaceful and just look forward to a peaceful Sunan. So security presence here is huge. Just a couple of minutes ago, saw the Inspector General of the Liberia National Police. We have Joint Security Operation, members of the Liberia Immigration Service, the Liberia National Fire Service, and other members of the Joint Security here as well. The Senate Security, as you see, one of the directors, one or two there, and all of the folks making sure that the ground is secured for a very fruitful Sona. I want to say thanks a lot for joining Spoon TV, and we want to quickly, let me mute the microphone and quickly attend to something, folks. I'm going to, you can just keep watching as we are trying to make a quick adjustment here to be right back. Hereafter, I'm going to take you at the entrances and speak to a few of those arriving ministers, assistant ministers, and some of those people. We're going to speak to them once the entire Spoon crew gets on ground. We're going to have an engagement with the folks as well. So thanks a lot for watching Spoon TV. You can remain posted as we are going to mute the microphone to have a quick engagement here, and thereafter we will continue this very important broadcast. Okay, so folks, sincere apologies for the break-in. We had to do a quick adjustment, but we stay here on the grounds of the legislature, bringing you a build-up to the actual State of the Nation address. Firstly, we want you to give us update on the audio quality. Kindly let us know as to whether the quality of the audio is good enough that we can work with. Give us a feedback on the audio quality. We will appreciate if you were to do that, folks. Kindly give us a feedback on the audio quality. Let us know as to whether you can hear me well. Let's try to do this. A quick feedback on the audio quality as we continue taking you around to give you an idea of what is like here on the grounds of the legislature. Okay, so I see Jimmy Jack says good. Thanks a lot for that feedback. Jeremy Roberts says good. Prince Charles, good. Of course, we appreciate all of you for giving us feedbacks here on the audio. But we stay here, folks, as the SONA is expected to officially happen at 4 p.m. today. We are here. We're gonna remain posted, giving you updates on the entire activity. So you have officials of government still arriving, members of civil society organizations arriving as well, members of the diplomatic corps making arrivals here on the grounds of the legislature as the stage is being set for the State of the Nation address, or the annual message 2025. I see Dr. Dugbe Yan of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia is seated far ahead of the actual time of the State of the Nation address. We want to see if we can speak with Dr. Yan briefly on on the State of the Nation address. Spoon TV, we are still here, folks. Sorry for that brief break-in. Let's see if we can speak with Dr. Yan shortly. Dr. Yan, welcome to Spoon TV, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you are here. Okay, for the sake of our audience, properly introduce yourself, sir.
I'm Duba Christopher Yan. I'm Director General of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, here at the President's second annual message to the country, which we call the State of the Nation address, SONA.
So, Dr. Yan, you are here far ahead of the time. It's exact 2 p.m. Probably you came earlier than this, and you are here 2 hours to the State of the Nation address. What's your expectation? What do you expect today?
Well, much has been done during the course of the President's first year in office. We think it's important that we are timely enough and seated so that when the President comes in, there will be no disturbance.
Okay.
We do anticipate that the President will give very general and some specifics of his achievements during the course of this year. We know it has not been all roses, but there have been lots of achievements which have been buried by other news that the President will bring to light during his annual message to the country.
Well, thanks a lot, Dr. Yan. Anything you want to talk about before we leave you?
I'd like to encourage the Liberian people to be collective and collaborative in our approach to issues in this country, in our approach to development. And I will emphasize patriotism above all else, that we should take Liberia as that number one entity to which we all belong, and not our individual selves.
All right, Dr. Yan, thanks for talking to Spoon TV, sir.
Thank you very much. And be assured that we are on the case of these viruses and bacteria. Your public health
is in good hands.
Okay. Thanks a lot
Thank you.
for talking to Spoon TV.
Thank you.
All right, so folks, we're still here. Spoon TV. I see the president, the newly inducted president of the University of Liberia, Dr. Meprian. We're going to make efforts to speak to her as well. Other officials of government arriving here on the grounds of the legislature. Folks are arriving now in huge numbers because the time is nearing, and of course this is what it's like. I see lots of arrivals here. Welcome to Spoon TV. So how are you?
I'm okay, how you doing?
Yes, for the sake of our audience, you want to introduce yourself?
Alright, I'm Commissioner Amara M. Kamara, Commissioner Liberian Electricity Regulatory Commission.
I mean, what's your expectation today, the SONA? You are here very early, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, being an official and more curious about the President's message, I think we need to be in time, and our anticipation is that the President will be giving us solutions to our problems and then recommitting himself to the arrest agenda.
All right, thanks a lot for talking to Spoon
Thank
TV,
you
sir.
so much.
All right, so folks, we are still here. We're going to remain posted, getting words from the folks here. Yes, of course, I see the newly inducted president of the University of Liberia. And of course, Spoon TV, we want to see if we can speak to her shortly. Dr. Mabrian, welcome to Spoon TV. Yeah, it's good to see you here. You're here very early, as a matter of fact. What's your expectation? The SONA?
It's my introduction to the State of the Nation address. It's my first time attending such an event at all, including as president of the university. I'm very excited to hear what the president has to say because there have been such interesting developments just within the last few days that I want to hear him address.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to his speech.
Okay, thanks a lot for talking to us. I see Dr. Conte as well, former acting president of the University of Liberia. You want to welcome, sir?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, you're here early as well. What's your expectation for the SONA today?
Well, the expectation is that the president is going to deliver an uplifting message,
Okay.
that will provide his agenda for the next year, and we hope to support that agenda.
Okay. Any message for Liberians, especially on a day like this?
I think it's a day that we all have to come together and unite and support what the president is going to say.
Okay.
To the nation.
All right. Thanks a lot for talking to us, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So, folks, we are still here. We're gonna keep moving to talk to folks here ahead of the State of the Nation address. It's gonna be a colorful one, and we're gonna remain posted here, getting words from folks here, especially ahead of the president's State of the Nation address today. Here up Capitol Hill. We want to appreciate all of you for joining us. Thanks for joining Spoon TV. Thanks for joining Spoon TV. We will at some point try to speak to the chairman of the Unity Party, Chairman Wilson Tappe, Chairman Luther Tappe, sorry. Chairman Tappe is already here on the grounds of the legislature. He's engaging with some of the folks there. We're going to get words from him as well ahead of the State of the Nation address. We're going to try to get words from the chairman of the Unity Party. So he's trying to get a seat. Once he can be seated, then he's going to speak to the media. There is still some unsettled issues with respect to where the chairman is expected to be seated. So once that is settled, we're gonna have a word with Chairman Tappe. So thanks for joining us. Of course, we're here, Spoon TV, making sure that we can bring you the happenings on the grounds of the legislature. I see Labor Minister Councillor Kopakura. Welcome to Spoon TV, sir.
Thank you.
You are here very early for the SONA. What's your expectation?
I want to observe all the protocols.
Okay. Thanks a lot for talking to Spoon TV. So we are still here. The Labor Minister said he wants to observe all of the protocols. That's why he's here very early. And we look forward to hearing from others who are making their way here as well. So gradually the grounds of the legislature is getting crowded. Joint security fully represented here at the State of the Nation address. It's a very colorful scene here. I want to appreciate all of you for joining us here on the grounds of the legislature. Liberia Immigration Service, officials of the institution, and of course you have members of the diplomatic corps making their way through as well. Some of the ministers already seated, head of entities, heads of other institutions seated as well. And this is where we are. Welcome. In case you just joined the broadcast, I want to say thanks for joining us here as we bring you a build-up to the SONA, a build-up to the State of the Nation address here today. What it's like, what should we expect, and just talking to Liberians as well on what they expect, especially today being that day when the President of the Republic of Liberia will address the country. Thanks for joining Spoon TV. Folks are arriving in their numbers now as the time is nearing gradually. When we got here some time ago, it was like 3 hours away from the SONA, but now is we are less than 2 hours away from the State of the Nation address, and so we are here. Earlier we showed you what it's like in terms of the stage, the setup here on the stage, and of course gradually you see the seats are being occupied. You have the chairman of the Unity Party, Chairman Luther Tape, seated there behind the seats of the judiciary, the Chief Justice and justices of the Supreme Court bench. That's where the chairman will be seated. The Speaker Richard Kuhn, will take his seat right there, and of course the President will walk in at exact 4 p.m. and mount the podium. Where you have the cabinet is being labeled. The Labor Minister, Councillor Kopakura, is the first cabinet minister or first member of the cabinet, high profile, to arrive here. He has taken his seat already. Councillor Kopakura right there, and other officials of government, other members of the cabinet are expected to arrive soon. What I see, the Speaker, Speaker Richard Nagbe-Kun has arrived. Let's see if we can bring you scenes from there. The arrival of Speaker Richard Nagbe-Kun at the State of the Nation address. Okay, so there you have it. Speaker Kuhn has arrived on the grounds of the legislature. So the speaker is now moving in along with the Senate security, a very huge security presence here. So we are less than 2 hours away from the State of the Nation address, the President's annual message 2025. And there's a huge presence of security here on the grounds of the legislature. The speaker's vehicle is being parked as folks will gradually arrive. I see other members of the legislature, some other lawmakers arriving. Honorable Sekou Kane and Representative Fode Famole, other members of the House of Representatives. Welcome to Spoon TV, sir. You are here very early. What's the expectation for the SONA today?
Today is a great day. Based on the deliverable of the President, President Walker. We are going to listen to him what he's done. He's going to give us the agenda for 2026.
When are you expecting, sir?
I'm looking forward to it so that we'll be able to be in the best way possible on behalf of the Liberians.
Well,
That's why we are here.
thanks for talking to us, sir. Okay, let's see if we can have a word with Representative Fode Famole. Honorable Family, welcome to Spoon TV, sir.
Thank you.
You are here very early, about 2 hours away from the SONA. What's your expectation today?
You know, the essence of the day is to have a clear understanding of the President's address to the Liberian people. And I feel strongly that we want to know plans that will help to improve the lives of our people in different communities in our country.
Okay, thanks, sir.
So will you feel disappointed if the President
I'm here to represent the community, and I wish that issues that affect my community positively will be included in the SONA.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
There will be something that will rest on my shoulder to ensure that I can advocate for the things that will benefit my community.
Thank you for talking to us, sir.
It's to work towards it.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for talking to Spoon TV. Of course, folks, we stay here on the grounds of the legislature. Yes, coming today.
They shouldn't be around.
They shouldn't be around. Oh. Wow, folks. We are still here, folks. The lawmakers are making their way here. And we are going to speak to a few of them. We really wanted to get words from Honorable Samuel Koga, who happens to be the chairman of the
Good afternoon. Just 2 minutes. You give a big heading for this SONA. What would you expect?
So we're still here, folks. Thanks for joining us. Spoon TV. We remain posted. We remain posted as we bring you more from the grounds of the legislature here. I want to appreciate all of you for joining Spoon TV. We thought to just give you a build-up, an idea of what it's like here on the grounds of the legislature ahead of the State of the Nation address expected to be delivered today by the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Numa Boakai. So this is how we like to end up this broadcast. I want to say thanks a lot for watching Spoon. I'm Nelson Collier. Till we come your way again. Have a good day. You can keep following Spoon as we will subsequently resume our official broadcast to bring you full coverage of the SONA here today. Thanks a lot for watching Spoon TV. As you see, lawmakers are now making their way here on the grounds of the legislature, and so there are indications that any moment from now there will be the actual start of the activity here. Thanks a lot, and bye-bye.